Hey guys, welcome to Tell to Trevor. I am your host, Trevor Shelley, and today on my podcast I have
Jus Nic, what's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Hey, check out your boy Jus Nic, part of Just Vibe and the Vibe Squad. We coming to take over this year. You better stay tuned.
suit that helps my what? Still, why is it acting weird on my end?
Oh no, it's cool. It's cool.
Okay, cool. Let's see how that goes.
Cool.
Alright. This is always my opener question. What sparked your interest in professional wrestling?
Man, I've said it on other podcasts and interviews. I've always been drawn to professional wrestling. I always thought it was really cool and everything. Ever since I was a kid, I thought I could be Big Show for some reason. So, if Big Show, if you're out there, I know that wasn't a possibility for 11, 14, 13 years old. My grandfather, Augustus Davis, on my mom's side, we would go to his house all the time. We watched WCW and WWE back and forward, the Monday Night Wars and stuff, and we'd watch pay-per-views and stuff. And all that being said, I was watching wrestling, pretty much the only person in my family until I started wrestling in 2020. I made the decision post-pandemic, oh yeah, I'm gonna go and try this out. Let me see if I can really do it.
Yeah.
It's time to tell. Proof is in the pudding. I say it every time. My work speaks for itself. Yeah, shout out to my trainers. Thank y'all so much.
Who were your wrestling mentors growing up?
One more time.
Who were your wrestling mentors growing up?
Man, so I wrestled in high school. So
Okay.
I got a little bit of real wrestling background too. Um I mentors, I'd say, like, what do you mean by mentors?
Like your favorites?
Okay. Okay, I'm about to swerve you, so don't don't go too crazy. But before wrestling, before I really liked wrestling, of course I love video games. So like when I was a kid, I would always pick the wrestler people. So like, I really liked Zangief growing up. It's like one of my favorite professional wrestlers I know. Alex from Street Fighter as well. I thought he was really cool. He used to be one of my mains, and then I really was just like, well, maybe he's not my guy, and I actually started playing with Hugo, who really is my main. Street Fighter 3, by the way. But real, like, professional wrestling, when it comes to it, when I was growing up, it was CM Punk, man. I know a lot of people be like, oh, really? CM Punk, really? Oh, ooh. But I watched him debut on WWE ECW, like his vignettes, his promos, and all that stuff. And I even was straight edge, but I was like, I was a kid. Of course you were straight edge. You ain't doing nothing. Like,
Right.
but then I found out other people in my grade when I was a kid were doing stuff, and I was like, no, you're crazy. But CM Punk, I really like CM Punk, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Hulk Hogan, if you believe it or not. uh, and I even say, um, before I graduated, like when I started when I started watching wrestling after graduation, I'll say definitely Danielson. Um, Danielson was a big part of me wanting to become a professional wrestler. So shout out to Brian Danielson. And I'm gonna say that's about it. Oh, and Sting. I got to shout out to Sting, man. Sting was a reason why I started watching TNA and AJ Styles. So shout out to them.
I got to see his retirement match for wrestling when he was with AEW.
What? No way. That's so cool.
But like, I'm not gonna say the seats weren't the best or not because I was right by the pyro.
Oh, jeez.
So, like, you get the other wrestlers coming in the tunnel, but you couldn't see like who was making their coming out to the ring or anything because you can't see.
Wow. Yeah.
Next question: how did you get your start in the wrestling world?
Oh, okay. Another good question. I'm not gonna lie. Um, it's funny how you told me that story about Sting. I uh I actually went to my first wrestling event ever, WWE wise. Um, it was it was SmackDown. I had the choice to either go to Raw or SmackDown that day. And I decided to go to SmackDown because I wanted to see AJ Styles, and he was WWE champion at the time. So I was like, well, you gotta go. It's AJ Styles. But then, what had happened the night before? I mean, the Monday, that Monday, they had like an incredible night and everything. But I got to see firsthand of what, like, being in WWE and looking how the wrestlers come out and the setup and X, Y, and Z. So I thought that was pretty cool. And then fast forward, my friend was already wrestling at the time that I went to high school with. His name is Stevie Hendricks. Shout out to Stevie Hendricks. I was just on the road with him this past week and weekend actually. And I had asked him, "Hey man, you know, this wrestling
Yeah.
thing looks pretty cool. I want to get into it." And he told me, "Hey man," he sent me the address. Went up there. I met him and the head trainer at the time, Jason Sullivan. Shout out. He's still my head trainer. Shout out to you, Jason Sullivan. And yeah, I literally from that day, I'm gonna tell you the exact date, December 24th, 2020. I went in there, Christmas Eve, and ever since that day, I've been wrestling. So that's how I got my start.
My first time I started was originally trying to be a wrestler. It was
One more
also in
time,
the
Eddie.
Sims.
One more time, I
It
didn't
was
catch
also
that.
under Ethan Case from Palmetto Championship Wrestling.
Okay.
The school of Palmetto Wrestling Academy down in Columbia, South Carolina. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
How long
So
you been wrestling, buddy?
haven't wrestled yet. Haven't had a debut because I took a break.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nah, that's cool, man. Everybody be trying to like make wrestling this like, oh, I have to do it, but life comes first. But like, yeah, man. Everybody's journey in wrestling is different. It's not gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? And especially where you are, it depends on where you are and X, Y, and Z. So, nah, man, take your time, do your thing, bro. Um, hell, shit, I'll be crazy enough to have your first match with you, man. Like, I'm that crazy to be like, oh no, let's wrestle, bro. I don't care. Let's have some fun. I got you.
Yeah. What was your first wrestling match like?
It was a trios match. I was teaming up with the Great Ones, my trainers. Shout out to them. And we were going against the Mayhem Mafia, which was I cannot remember their names. I only remember one, which is bad. I'm sorry if you're watching this. But it was Matlock. It was a group he was affiliated with, and they did Mayhem Mafia did such amazing work as heels. Gosh, I wish they came back. But it was amazing, man. I had a real good time. I had my friends there. And the one thing my friends and family all said was, "Man, it looks like you belong in the ring, man." Like even my trainers and everybody, they were like, "Man, it looks like you belong here, bro. Natural performer, bro. Everything. Good job tonight." So it was a real fun experience, especially when you still got to help with the ring, set up, tear down mats, X, Y, and Z, put it in U-Haul, put it back into the training facility. Yeah, man. It's paying dues. I thought it was a great experience. I got to meet a lot of people that I still like am grateful for that helped me along the way in wrestling. So yeah, that first match was a beautiful start, I'd say.
All right, we're gonna start this little music break. It's called the techno break.
Don't nah, you ain't doing the dance break like R-Truth and Camilla. You are. That's cool.
There we go. That was one of my newest songs, Chill Step.
Nice. Okay. Hey, send that to me. Send that through, man. I'll be
Will
promoting
do.
everybody.
Copy that link, and I will happily send that to you right now while it's pulled up on my phone.
Yes.
There we go. All
Awesome.
right. Can you describe your wrestling persona or character?
Oh, easy. It's funny because honestly, I'm honestly just being myself. Probably to a million, but yeah, everything that you hear in promos, everything that you hear from, you seeing me in videos and interviews and X, Y, and Z, this is really who I am. Obviously me right now, I'm turned down a bit, but when I go out, I'm on a million. But even when it comes to my gear, it's all personal down to the very detail. I even my black gear from the shorts, my grandmother made those. Her and her friend made those for me. I appreciate that. RP to my grandmother, Carolyn. And even when it comes to the kick pads, man, snakeskin, uh, Kobe Bryant's a big part of my life. I love Kobe. So I picked the snakeskin and even to the knee pads. They're pretty much their own little thing, but I would say they're a unique taste of mine. So, um, yeah, everything's personal, bro. This is who I am. This is me, just Nick. I don't think I'm gonna really be changing unless I go to the WWE and they change my name. Then yeah, all right. Well, I guess I'm changing. But
Well,
besides
now
that,
that's
yeah, man. One more time.
so now it's easier to be in the WWE because they got the WWE ID program.
Um, I'd say it's more opportunity. Cream
Yeah.
always rises to the top. Um, if you're good, if you're great, it always shows, work, man, hard work beats talent all the time, man. Don't ever let anybody tell you that, man. Hard work beats talent every time, man. I've gone against some talented people, but I've been like, man, I'm working harder than you. I know I am. I know I put the work in. I mean, I know I am. I don't got a lot, but you know what I'm saying. But don't ever think it's gonna be easy. Don't ever think it's gonna be just a walk in the park. Because it was. I don't care how good you think I am or who thinks how good I am. It was never easy, man. This was a everyday fight, every practice. I went to every practice, every seminar. Like I can get you literally. I can have an interview with one of my trainers next to me, and he'll just sit there like, "Yep, he went to every single one." But I was real dedicated. So yeah, don't ever think it's gonna be easy, man. Always, uh, you just got to be great. You got to put that work in, man. I know 1,000 people gonna say that, but hey, got to put that work in, brother.
Wi-Fi up again. How do you? Let's see where we are. There we go. Can you share a memorable moment from your wrestling career?
Um, man, memorable. Got a few, but I'd say I was gonna say one recently, but it's a little personal, so I don't want to go too deep in that. I say personally, when I did my first main events at wrestling shows, I felt that very memorable. My head trainer was there. Jason Sullivan was there for my first main event. I think it was UPW, me versus the Rockwaller, Jay Davis, and dude, I even messed up in that match. personally. Like, and I remember going to the back thinking I'm about to get an ear beating of the century, bro. My trainers were so proud of me, man. They were like, "Dude, oh my god, great job, bro. You listen to everything we say. You're always doing better. You're always working hard. We always see you in practice, man. Just keep doing what you're doing." That's it'd be nights like that, and or nights where we do really great as a team. Because before then, it was all about me. Like, oh, I'm gonna just do, I'm gonna have the match of the night. But since being a part of New Texas, shout out to New Texas, Texas Contender Series, I've had a bigger, eye-opening, more experience than just, oh, I just want to have a match in the night, and I don't give a damn about anyone else's match. And now I see it as, you know what? Let's all have a great show tonight. Let's all have a great night. Let's all have match of the night. You know what I'm saying? But let's play our role. Let's do our parts. But yeah, man. I'd say when it's nice, like when I'd be like, I always say this, especially when after a great night, I sit down and just look at everybody, and I'd be like, yeah, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but here.
So we're gonna start this segment called Trev Shock, which
Okay.
people, if you're familiar with it, it's like Stone Cold Steve Austin's pop questions.
Okay.
You got a certain amount of time to answer these 6 questions.
Okay.
Mine is 50 seconds long. Current,
Okay.
current record is 47 seconds.
Okay.
So, which was broken on the episode before you.
Okay. All right. All right.
Corey Dillinger from GTS Wrestling.
Oh no, I don't. I don't know that one.
So, have you ever seen GTS?
I don't think so. One more time?
GTS Wrestling?
No.
YouTube
No, sir.
show? So, give a brief summary of the dude. He used to be he's a wrestler on the show, but he also used to be the manager on the show.
Oh.
But he has history of wrestling across the country and everything.
Okay.
Which, if you guys have not checked out his episode, go ahead and check that out because that was an hour and 50 minutes long episode.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right, ready to start these questions?
Let's do it.
Okay. Favorite pre-show snack?
Boba.
Boba.
Yes, sir.
Pre-show games.
Pre-show what? One more time?
Pre-show music.
I listen to Tekken music, like from Tekken 8 and Tekken 6, Tekken Tag Tournament. Usually music that go boom, boom, boom. So those are
Yeah.
pretty much the songs.
Who's your favorite wrestler growing up?
Sting.
Thing. Favorite sports team?
Baltimore Ravens. Shout out to Ray Lewis.
Favorite color?
Black.
Favorite type of music?
I say hip hop.
It's annoying. Okay, that was Trev Shock.
Okay, bam. Let's go.
You made it 1 second over.
Ah! I'll get him next time. We'll do it again.
That's set up the next person right after yours.
Well, I hope they break it. Shout out to them, man. I'm
Yeah.
passing it on. Pay it forward.
Weirdest question. What are the biggest challenges of being a professional wrestler outside of the ring for you?
Uh, man, outside of the ring, I don't really. Hmm. I'd say time management. I'd say in a sense of a lot of people want your investment in professional wrestling. Um, and so I have friends that want to hang out. I have people who want to hang out and stuff, family I want to see. But I want to go to training, trying to get better. I'm trying to execute on certain things. This is bugging here. This little bastard. Ah, got him. Uh, um, yeah, I'd say it's stuff like that. The being away from family, not seeing friends and stuff. I'd say that's a big challenge for me. Because I didn't realize it until I seen my aunt recently, and she's like bedridden. She can't even get out of the bed and stuff like that. And that's when I was like, damn, I put in all this work and I didn't even see my peoples all this time. So I've been really investing on changing text messages for actual in person time. So
Yeah.
family is a big one. One I will say, and this is just, I think this is a big one across the professional wrestling scene, is miscommunication and just talking, communications and miscommunications. I think that's like one thing. Communication is key in professional wrestling and a lot of things, and so I think a lot of people don't communicate, and they hear this or they hear that, and they feel a certain way about someone and X, Y, and Z, and this blows up in our face because we didn't talk about it. I think personally, we just need to just talk it out. We're all trying to do business. The territories work because they all was besties. I wouldn't say besties, but they were willing to work all together with each other. So even if they didn't like each other, but I think we can all make a great amount of money on the independents if we all came together as a team, as a unit. So, it's wishful thinking. But that's just me personally.
Yeah, I will say because I do media and relation in the wrestling business with this podcast.
Hmm.
One thing I will say is also time management. Because I forget to like schedule like breaks up between them.
Hmm.
Because I'll put them on my calendar, an hour piece on the calendar, like breaking it all up, and I'm like thinking, I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
it's not gonna.
I got it.
All right, got like a couple more questions for you.
Awesome. No problem.
How do you feel about the business side of wrestling and the role of promotions and shaping the storylines?
Um, I believe we should. It goes back to my point with communicating. It depends on where you are in the company and how much they value, and how much value you bring to the company. And so I feel like if you are one of the wrestlers who are doing well in the ring, you're going to practice, they seeing the improvements, the physical, the body, and X, Y, and Z, that all takes time. I'm just gonna sit here and tell everybody if you don't have the physical body right now, it takes time to get there. You gotta eat right, you gotta get the right nutrition, hop on the right plan, get the right workout, X, Y, and Z. That's just all going into how do we make this story amazing for everyone. So like I said, I feel like the hardest working guy should get the best storyline. That's just me personally. Um, Doing it on not only just being really good in the ring, just being good in the ring. How is he outside of the ring? How is he, handling business on the road? How is he handling business? I think all of those factors count instead of just being like, oh, you're good in the ring and you're cool with me and you're a friend of mine. So let me just throw you on there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that should just be like, oh, nah, you earn this spot, bro. You earn this position to be in the spot that you're in instead of just handing it out. Nothing to handouts. I'm not gonna sit here and say handouts ain't cool, but I will say, like I said before, hard work beats talent every time. So uh I will say is, yeah, I think the hardest working guy who really shows the effort, who's really coming up to practice. On top of that, helping with setup and tear down and all that stuff. I feel like those guys should get those opportunities in the storylines. And yeah,
All right. So on 2K, I run a show called the Shockverse.
okay.
Well, the Shelley verse, because aka my name is Trevor Shelley, which um
Yeah.
name my own show after me. Pretty normal.
Okay.
Um, so we have a World Tag Mid Card or Cruiserweight. Which title would you go for?
I'd say for where I'm in my career, probably go for the mid card because I want to work my way up, and or cruiserweight. Really, just start from where I can work my way up into those belts. Like, oh, now I'm a cruiserweight champion. Oh, I can work my way up to the mid card and into the next belt into the heavyweight. Because the main goal is to be the top champion in the promotion. So yeah, that would be my goal to just be like, if I have to start from cruiserweight, because I'm not that big of a guy, so if I have to start from cruiserweight and then work my way up, then hell yeah, let's do it. Like I definitely start from there. So it doesn't matter what belt. I'm definitely gonna try to be the top champion on that promotion no matter what. So that's
What
the
if
that's the job. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that's the job, man. That's the job, man. Shinsuke Nakamura, every time I think about it, that's the job. Make your belt as important, bro. Make your belt important. So
what advice would you give a aspiring wrestler?
if you I want to say this. Um Make sure first start training. I would say that start training.
Yeah.
Start training. Listen and keep your mouth closed. Just listen as you get better. As you what's called like progress. Ask questions. Please always ask questions. Take notes. I don't even care if you take phone notes. Take notes, man. Take notes, revisit them. Make sure you have a reputable, a good wrestling school. Um, just someone who's willing to help you get to where you want to be.
Yeah.
And okay, for a goal for mine is I want to be in the WWE, and we're I'm with a promotion. I'm with promotions that's helping me make those steps, make that dream come true. So make sure you're with someone uh, that really wants to help you do that. And if you feel like they not, then it's a good time to find another school.
Yeah.
There's many wrestlers. There's more professional wrestlers than there ever been in this time. So there's somebody out there where you are, where I am with the wrestling ring out here. So I say, work your ass off, even if you really aren't getting it, even if you're not good. I say keep going. Keep working on the basics. Listen to your coaches, especially when they tell you how it's supposed to be like. And yeah, I'd say that if you really love wrestling, man, it's gonna teach you to grow up, man. There's some things even I had to grow up on things, and I really appreciate this because this is what I wanted to do, and it's made me a better person on top of that. So I'm just kind of like, well, it works out, and I love it. So eh, I'll say that for any inspiring wrestlers, man. Don't get sold a dream. You're a professional wrestler. You're independent. Don't unless someone signs you to a contract. Hey, you know what I'm saying. And yeah, man, go out, show up at promotions, even if you don't have any matches. Show up to promotions, say hello, get your face out there, and then when you start wrestling, promoters and bookers are gonna be like, "Hey, I remember that kid. He was just showing his face, and he was just saying
Right.
hello. He wasn't wrestling." And so, yeah, man, do what you can, pay your dues, help out, network, let people know who you are. So that'd be something I say, and work on fitness because work on your fitness and nutrition. I would say this is a great time to give up frozen foods.
Yeah.
I was just leave it at that.
I will just leave it as that. Especially since I do ice hockey.
It's okay.
I do the world of ice hockey, so I will honestly say cardio is one of the big
Hmm.
things we have to deal with.
Yeah.
People, it is, in my opinion, if you're gonna be a hockey player, just treat it as like, you're at a tryout, you're at a clinic,
Yes.
even if it's your first time. I have told people all the time that I play with that are still in the same league as me after 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, look, there's a reason we're all free agents.
Bro.
And that is just because we are not either trying hard enough, the teams are not looking at us how we expect them to. Like for me, I got the speed on the ice. But I am also that cocky guy on the ice that will go out, and if I know who you are, I will go do what I gotta do to piss you off.
Mm.
So then you look bad in front of all these people, and
Okay. So they get you with that Cesaro swing in, but hey, well, hold on now.
right.
I'm telling you.
All right. What hobbies bring you joy outside of the ring?
Oh man. Uh I enjoy helping people.
Yeah,
Enjoy helping other wrestlers improve their wrestling outside the ring, you know. Getting other wrestlers opportunity that feel like especially when they're like, oh, man, I've been trying to get on this promotion, blah blah blah. But like, give me 1 second. Gotta talk to
that,
him. Oh, yeah. I love video games, movies, music,
mhm.
theater. Not a big super sports guy. I'm into anime. I'm watching One Piece right now, on episode 700, whatever. So I got a long way to go. Love theater. Shout out to my girlfriend. And um, yeah, man, those would be some things that really make me happy. Of course, making my family proud of me, and friends and family and that are around me, and hanging out with friends, and that's about it, bro. I ain't got too much. I do love the traveling wrestling provides, so I really love the traveling aspect. So those are some very basic things that I love, man. I ain't gonna lie, outside of wrestling.
Yeah. What is your favorite gear that you have got made?
I have two that are still standing. Well, I have three. The first ever gear that I ever got, I did the all black. I went to do the Young Lions gimmick. That was fun. And then I got the ones my grandmother and her friend made. Those are like these. I really like those a lot. I won my first championship in those. I won my first three championships actually in those shorts. So, and I really am grateful for those. And the third pair I've ever gotten, I created myself. The Fourth Armadas, the Hitman HQs, the orange and purple. I really, really, really love those a lot. I remember I first wore them; they ripped, and I was like, perfect. Exactly what I needed. Exactly what I needed. First time wearing them, rip. I was like, perfect. And ever since then, they've been actually pretty great. So, I'd say the last two have been my major favorites: the black and the purple and orange ones.
Yeah. Where can I find you on social media?
You can find your boy Just Nick on Facebook with my real name, Nicholas Prother. If you really want to find me, that's where I post all my real bookings and X, Y, and Z. Most people in Texas think I just pop up. Well, you're wrong. Because actually, I get booked. I just show up places and you be like, I didn't even know you were here. And I'm like, I was in the back. Don't worry.
See,
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter
there's a
as
person
Just Nick.
promoting you.
One more time.
I said how I found you was you had one of your shows promoting you,
Oh,
and
awesome.
I scrolled through your Instagram, and I was like, you know what? I like his gear. I was like,
Oh,
I want
thanks.
this guy on my show.
Oh, awesome. Okay, all right, awesome. I'm gonna make some more gear then. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter, just Nick. Well, X. You can find me on Instagram and X at Just X Nick. Yes, sir. And You can find me on. I think those are the only three sites that I'm really major on. So those are the three ones.
All right, and then thank you, Jus Nic, for
Yes,
being on.
sir. Man, it was a pleasure, Trevor. Man, it was cool, man. Uh, all I have to say is, man, keep trying your wrestling, man. Keep doing the podcast. I think that would be a
Yeah,
great transition from wrestler from podcast to wrestler,
yeah,
and the amount of fans you'll have from doing these amount of podcasts and keep being consistent. I think that would be great. Just keep going to practice, man. Get those rolls in, get that tie up in, go old school. Old school works. Don't ever let anyone tell you different, because man, I tell you, all I do is body slam head. But I swear, 4 years of wrestling, that's all I did. Don't ever let them tell you different. Yeah, man. Take it slow. It's all right. You ain't in no rush. This wrestling is always gonna be here. Uh, yeah, that's all I can say, man. I know you're in. You said North Carolina, right?
yes.
Yes, North Carolina. Yeah, man. I don't know too
Right out
much out there,
the
but
city of Ric,
it's one more time.
right out of the city of Ric Flair.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it's old school, man. Y'all gonna be old school, bro. Ric Flair, like
AAPW.
Ric Flair. Um, who's another one I really like? Uh, Harley Race.
Yeah,
Uh, man, I'm missing somebody. Am I? I really,
Archer.
bro. Mr. Perfect is so freaking good, bro. Oh, and one more is Roddy Piper. I started watching him recently. Holy moly! Most of his stuff was just punching people, and I was
Right.
like, "Well, if you have a good punch, I mean, I guess you're fine." So, yeah, man. Always keep working and always travel, bro. Always make those moves. I already seen from your Instagram you be making those moves. So hope to see you WrestleMania week, WrestleMania weekend. Wink, 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 wink. Hope to see you there. I'm winking for everybody. WrestleMania weekend, just Nick. But yeah, man. If you can come down here to Texas, I can show you some people and get you networking, and we can make something happen, man.
Yeah. I know I got one for that currently wrestles in, lives in Texas, Izzy Marino.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yo, come on
I met
down,
her at WrestleCade 2 years ago, and it was just me walking up to her and said, "Hey, great match," and then got a photo, and then last year's Wrestle, well, yeah, last year's WrestleCade because it's 2025 now since. But
Yeah.
I went up to her and I was like, "Hey, do you remember me from last year?" And she's like, "Absolutely. Here's a bracelet."
Nice. Yeah, she's cool, man.
Yeah,
She thought she knew me. I was like, girl, no. This is my first time meeting you. She's like, oh my God. Nah, man, come. If you can, bro, please come down to Hybrid, bro. They'll probably help you out, try to figure something out for you, bro.
yeah.
Um, I stay in Houston, so they in San Antonio, so two different. We're like 3 hours away, but yeah, man.
The only place in Texas I've been to was Austin.
Oh, really? Oh, man. We got some stuff, man. Austin's got some stuff for wrestling cooking up, so I would advise you to try to make it back.
The only thing wish I tried was Whataburger and In and Out when I was down there.
Ah, nah, you good. Try Whataburger. Try Whataburger. I'm
Well,
telling
we
you,
got
you're
one
gonna love it.
here, but it's
Nah.
older. Every
No.
Whataburger I heard is all different.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's different. You need to come down here to Texas and try it out.
See, over here we got Cookout.
Cookout.
It's like Whataburger, in my opinion.
Um.
It's like Whataburger and Sonic,
Oh, wow, that's cool. So they
but it's
serve mozzarella
good.
sticks?
Super good food. If you guys are in wherever they sell it in your areas, 100% recommend it.
Okay.
I had a friend tell me, he's like, "Have you ever had Cookout?" I was like, "No, I've lived in the Carolinas my whole life. Never tried it until 2015.
Damn, okay.
So 15 years of being living and never tried it."
That's hey, that's crazy. Okay. I'll check it out. The cookout. Okay.
And then, guys, we do have a t-shirt contest. You can win up to 5 designs, all different designs. The winner gets to pick which design they want. And if you've been on the podcast, hit me up. I will put you guys in a special one where everybody for that whole show can get entered in a separate one. So it's
Mm-hmm.
fair that the fans can get what they want. Not seem like, oh, he's rigging it because there's a wrestler that's been on the show in it.
Hey, oh, pause that. We trying to let everybody eat.
Exactly. All right. Thanks again. I gotta hop on the other one to go
Yeah.
record.
Yep. Hey, man, Trevor, thank you again, man. Please let me know when we can do this again. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. All right.
All right, brother. See ya.
See ya.